Melissa Kagan is here to decode all the details for us. Hi, Melissa.
Hi, Carly.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So first off, let's define coding to those of us who may not be super familiar.
Sure. Coding, by coding I just mean programming in any number of languages, like Java or C++, Python, Ruby. Those are the main ones we get.
So all the numbers and texts and codes that make the programs that we know and love, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so Code Poetry Slam. Now let's dissect the word slam. Tell us what that means in this context.
Okay, so a poetry slam is a particular genre of poetry performance where people sort of speak their poetry. So spoken word poetry is often what it's called. People perform their poetry. There's a particular style of doing it. There's often a lot of pausing. It's very dramatic.
Right. And this combines the two.
Yeah.
And we actually have an example, so let's take a listen.
My lord, my house, my soul, even I surely love the Lord, my shepherd, knowing my table as well as goodness.
Wow, okay, very robotic. Tell us why this is so innovative and special.
Yeah, so that was Leslie Wu's Say 23. That was the winner of the first slam in November. Her program did a thing where it scraped words from Psalm 23 from the Bible, and then it read them in a different order from the actual psalm. So it basically rearranged the words of the psalm into a new poem, and then had a robotic voice read it in 3 different ways.
Very cool. And as we just showed you guys, it's all about the performance, right? Because this has been done elsewhere online, but this is really kind of the first time, as far as we know, that it's been brought to life.
Yeah, so one of the things we were really interested in had to do with, coding is usually a read and written language, and we really wanted to see what would happen if we took that poetry and then figured out what the mouthfeel was, how it sounds when you speak it, which isn't typically done because to communicate with a computer you just need to read and write.
Right.
We're very much interested in how you perform it.
And now you're a German Studies doctoral candidate. How did you get involved in the world of computer programming?
I actually study opera.
Wow.
So I do German opera. My dissertation's on Wagner and Schoenberg.
Very cool.
And I direct opera as well, so I'm sort of interested in performance from that aspect of things. And then I started working on digital humanities projects, and I realized I really needed to learn how to code to sort of do that.
Right.
And then last summer, when I was starting to learn programming, I was talking with Kurt, the co-founder, and I just thought, as a humanist, why these languages are so
speaking to each other.
Yeah, and they're so useful. I mean, the computer languages have so much poetic potential, and oftentimes we don't think of them that way because they are so useful. We just think of their usefulness and not their poetry.
And you're helping them speak together and create a new language.
That's what we're trying to do.
And you're going to continue, right? These traditions, these slams?
Yeah, there are 2 more next year.
All right. Thank you so much, Melissa.
Thank you.
For all the information on these Code Poetry Slams, we'll have the link to their site on our Upside CHN Facebook page, so check it out there. And keep it here on Comcast Hometown Network. We'll be back with more Upside right after this.